We have Mr. Randy Cordy here with Desert Autism Foundation to talk about Scramble for Autism. This is their annual fundraiser here in the Coachella Valley. We're going to find out how you/we can all get involved and do our part, because that's what we're here for.
All right.
How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I cannot believe a year's passed. It's your time yet again.
Goes fast.
It does. It does. So for folks that are not familiar with Desert Autism Awareness, talk a bit about the organization, if you will.
So the Desert Autism Foundation, what we do is we help provide speech and occupational therapy for local families that are dealing with the challenges of raising a child with autism. We have 125 families and growing that we're helping right now.
Just here in the Valley?
Just right here in the Valley. Autism is the fastest growing developmental disability. It affects 1 in 68 kids and 1 in 40-something boys. It's more prevalent in boys for whatever reason. And so, when that happens, it kind of takes all hands on deck to help not only the child but also the parents, to help them equip them to help therapies with their child as well.
When you hear statistics like that, it's incredibly sobering. Let's talk a bit about the fundraiser. Why do you do this fundraiser?
Well, I happen to have a son with autism, and so he's my inspiration to do this kind of thing and to help more people. My wife and I, we were dealing with a lot of stuff, and some of it was here, and a lot of it was, with there, and so we were able to dream this thing up, and so we're executing the plan.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's talk about what you do with the funds raised.
Okay, so primarily speech therapy and occupational therapy. A private one-on-one speech therapist costs you $100, $110 an hour. So what we're able to do when you consider how frequently you have to go, it will literally break you. And so what we're able to do is raise the pile of money, negotiate deals with the therapist, and then the families just pay a $20 copay. And so now you can go a lot more frequently. Primarily, we're able to do it in the summer months where the kids are out of school, and so they backslide a little bit because they're not having to be interactive. They'll go kind of get back in their own world. And so, however, as it grows, the need is there. And we'd like to try and do it more year-round than just in the summer months.
So as far as, what if you weren't able to ask for a glass of water or didn't have speech? How do you go about handling that? Yeah,
so, that's different with every kid. They're all a little bit different. A lot of times the child will just start to tantrum, and then you have to, jump through hoops, turn cartwheels, and try to figure out what's on their mind, and then you finally figure out, why didn't you say so? But they didn't have the language, they couldn't say so. So and every challenge is different, but that's a pretty common scenario. With someone who has no language, how do you break through? And so that's one way. There's other methods of doing it that that you learn as being on this side of the fence, so to speak.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's tailored for each kid. Every kid's different.
Exactly.
Tell me this: how can we help? How can we get involved?
Well, I'd love. We need all the donations we can from people, whether it be your business wants to get involved. Come out and play in the golf tournament, have some fun. It's a great party. And then also volunteer.
There's your son right there. He's a dynamic kid. I met him last year.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's the guy. And that's my sister, too.
Is
that's
it?
Yeah.
And your son's what is he, 6'5" or something?
He is.
He's a great kid.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity for all of you to do your part. Scramble for Autism. I'm going to pop up some information for you here in a moment. There you go. Follow that website right there. Do your part. Come down. You can donate, play, or volunteer, as Randy just mentioned. And again, find out information more at that website listed below. A big thanks to Randy Cordy, and a big thanks to you. I'll see you in just a moment.